This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Pues nada, la parábola de Esteban. Cerramos esto. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bien, pues estamos en una oficina. Somos un empleado que
Stanley went
simplemente...
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Ya, aunque toquetemos, no conseguimos nada con eso. Pero lo que les decía...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Sí, mis compañeros no están. Se fueron al Oxxo por papas picosas para esto. Y no nos avisaron. Este juego tiene mucho texto porque el narrador habla y habla y habla. Pero está interesante. Somos un empleado de una oficina que lo único que hace es apretar botones. Y con eso es más que feliz, como yo. Se supone que, bueno, si toqueteamos no, de momento no pasa nada, pero tampoco es que se toquetee mucho en este juego. ¿O sí? Ok, pues no pasa nada, así que avancemos. Creo que había un logro de que... Nada, después. Por acá. ¿Qué nos cuenta ahora? De momento lo que vamos a hacer es ver qué pasa si no le hacemos caso a este señor, así que... continuamos. No sé si nos dice algo por simplemente quedarnos quietos. Y... ¡No! ¡Ah! El café con leche. En esta habitación nada y aquí tampoco.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Según el guión del narrador, tenemos que entrar por la izquierda. Pero vamos a ir a la derecha. Vamos a desobedecer lo que nos diga.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ok. La sala de empleados. Vamos para allá. Si toqueteo por acá, nada. Supuestamente eso, nosotros queremos desobedecer el guión, pero al final siempre vamos a hacer lo que el juego quiera que hagamos, ¿sabes? Todo está cubierto.
A room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Apreciemos todo aquí. Sentaditos.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
¿That? Sí, vale estar acá.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Ok, se fueron porque estoy loco. Ok, vámonos de acá. O bueno, pasa algo si me
Stanley
quedo
sat
quieto.
around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Sigamos.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Ok, get back. Jojo. No sé por dónde ir. ¿Qué pasa
And
si
so he
entro acá?
detoured through the maintenance section,
Atravesó la sección de
walked straight ahead to the
mantenimiento,
opposite
cambió
door,
derecha.
and got back on track.
No, no quiero volver. ¿O sí? Puerta a la derecha. No. Espera, si voy para allá, ¿lo obedezco o no? Hay un botón rojo. Eso es muy tentador. Para bajar. No sé. Pero lo estaríamos... No, lo desobedecer... No sé. Vamos por aquí enfrente. Acá. Sí, por acá.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Era
it's
tan malo siguiendo
incredible he wasn't
direcciones.
5
Ok, lo
years ago.
desobedecimos. Es lo que queremos. Aquí necesitamos una tarjeta. Pero creo que no podemos.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ella, ¿quién ella?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
¿Pero quién? Ok, alguien nos está esperando, pero... ¿Ahora hacia dónde? Somos unos pinches egocéntricos que a huevo queremos hacer lo que nosotros queramos. ¿Y si me mato? No puedo, sí.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.